Ja back with more studios, and I'm in the crib with no socks on. And on today's episode, we'll be talking about the effects alcohol has on the body, mind, and spirit. So let's break down the word alcohol. Where does it derive from? Alcohol comes from the Arabic word alcohol, and that translates to body eating spirits. You ever went to buy some alcohol and it doesn't matter where you're at in the country or the world, and the name of the shop is Wine and Spirits or the Spirit Shop? What's the reason for that? The scientists are the third dimensional reason. They define spirit as an alcohol with no added sugar, and it has a certain amount of alcohol by volume. That's the third dimensional reasoning on a spirit. But for us intuitive ones, why is it called a spirit shop? Because it eats your spirit. Plain and simple. So when we consume alcohol, we know that it attacks our liver. We know that it brings us in an impaired state. And we know over time it can cause detrimental effects to our health. This ultimately brings us far away from ascension, and it brings us to descend. You see, a lot of people suffer from alcoholism because they don't have a solid foundation with themselves or the reality. People go to alcohol for celebration reasons or for social reasons, or they just use alcohol as a mean to wind down. After a long day of work, they might have a glass of wine or a cold one just to relax. But all of these all of these activities that seem meaningless and harmless can take a turn in the long run. And we don't know how, well, we do know how, but people don't see how it could affect them, and that's the dangerous part. You see, alcohol is promoted and legal everywhere, and usually whatever is promoted and legal everywhere, that is not always the best for you. And when we look at alcohol in advertisements, whether it be social media, billboards, or just hearing from a friend, you notice that sex is not too far away from alcohol. Our lower desires is the spirit inside of that bottle or that cup you're drinking. You see, alcohol is the physical spirit we consume that alters our behavior and our mind. And when this spirit takes on the body and mind, it is harder for us to ascend and become the best version of ourselves, because we will keep finding reasons to keep consuming these spirits. And when we have these spirits within us, it may feel good during that moment, but how do you feel the next day? Or how do you feel over time? It could become a point where you're opening your body so much to these spirits where you feel that you need it. This is how alcoholism kicks in. Alcohol addiction kicks in. And you see, I haven't drank in about 3 months. I wasn't never a big drinker, but I could see how when I first started drinking years ago, how it was so fun and I never got hangovers and stuff like that. But those people who were around me, it became like a necessity for them to go out, or it became a necessity for them to just go to happy hour and have like 2 drinks. But how many happy hours do we have to go to realize that alcohol is not good for us? You see, I have a rule of thumb. Whatever we cannot give to a baby, we should not be consuming. And this is a mantra that I'm slowly moving towards. I'm not there entirely, but I'm slowly moving towards, Because when we were baby, we were more pure. Now we're finding reasons as adults to justify why we're consuming toxins. And do want to make a point, but it does look, and overall, it just lowers our vibrational state from vibrating high to, maybe engaging in behaviors that's naturally unlike us. And this would resonate with a lot of people, because how many of your friends say they don't drink dark liquor, or they don't drink like a certain type of spirit, like tequila or vodka? I don't like vodka. See, these are all different spirits, and people gravitate to the spirits they can control. So people who don't like dark liquor, that is a dark spirit that they cannot control. Why do we say things like, why do people drink if you can't handle your liquor? Change that word to liquor from spirit. Why do you drink if you can't handle that spirit? I would ask you, why do you drink? Because you can't handle your spirit. We don't need external spirits, especially malicious spirits, that doesn't benefit us in any way to have a good time. We don't need these spirits. And it's all a plan to make you think that these spirits are part of the celebration. It's okay to drink because I'm at a wedding. It's okay to drink because I graduated. It's okay to drink because I got a big deal. It's a ploy to get you out of your spirit. They want that manufactured spirit inside of you to kill your liver, to give you disease, to make you impaired and make you look sloppy. And this is not rocket science. Why do you think you throw up when you mix different spirits? You're mixing a dark spirit. They're all dark spirit. You're mixing a dark spirit with tequila spirit. Then you have a whiskey spirit. And then you have your pure spirit within you. Your pure spirit cannot take these liquors, these dark spirits, so you throw them out. Or you're on the toilet next day. And you're in bed next day. And when you're in bed the next day, you're just slowly coming back to your true self. Like when you're under that dark spirit, when you're under the spirit, that's not you. How many of you people have friends that say, "Oh, I can't drink that. I'm not myself when I'm doing that." Or, okay, when you say you're not yourself, that's because you have a spirit latched to you. Those with the eyes can see that. There's demons latched to you. And for the people that say the truth comes out when people are drunk, that's a half truth. But like, why do you need a external spirit for you to tell the truth? That shows that you're not confident with your natural spirit. It gives you a reason to say how you truly feel, because others around you could say, "Oh, don't worry about that. He was just drunk." Blame it on the spirit. Blame it on the alcohol. I have a story, and it was about 2 years ago. Like I said, alcohol have subliminal messages in the advertisements. So it was about 2 years ago. I had a date. She was coming out of town to see me, out of state to see me actually. So I wanted to have a warm welcoming, and me and this woman bonded through alcohol, and I knew what she liked. So I went to the spirit shop, and I spent about 20 minutes in the spirit shop looking at, spirits to shop for. And I'm noticing the Bacardi symbol is a bat with a red background. And I'm looking at this logo like it's my first time seeing the Bacardi logo. I drank many bottles of Bacardi, and I've seen many Bacardi bottles. But it was just one day it was just talking to me. So I was just looking at this spirit this bat spirit. What could this mean? What is the universe telling me? So I bought it. I was thinking about buying another spirit because this one didn't resonate with me. So I bought it anyway. Like, what's the worst could happen? So bought the spirit. She came to the house, and we finished the bottle, and then we went to my room, and then she said, "It's that time of the month." So the universe was giving me a message from the bat, and you know bats like blood. I just say I became a bloody man that night. These are the subliminal messages that's in alcohol. I'm not saying that specific, but it's moments like these or events like this when alcohol is involved. There's a behavior that will follow that normally wouldn't happen. And it's just a distraction to get us outside of this real world into, I'm so lit, I'm so dirt. They want you in that state. They want you unconscious to make risky behaviors, to engage in risky behaviors, to make you act outside of yourself and have the spirit control you. When you're sick and not in the head, that's when the spirits can control you. And that's all my points, you know. Be conscious of what you're drinking. Some of us could handle spirits, some of us cannot. But I say to drink water. Drink juice. Why drink juice? I can't get lit off juice. Just be well. That's all I'm saying. And be mindful of what we're consuming. That's the first step. I'm not telling you to quit right now, but just be mindful of the spirits that enter your body and the energy you keep around. More studios out. Get the book, The Cage Bird Still Flies. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and become your best self today. More studios out.